Hey guys, what's up? It is Sarfnic here with of Harth History. This is episode 4. This one concerns Lork SMP. So Harth SMP Season 2 happened in June of 2017, and Lork started in August of 2017. Now, summer of 2017, was my summer before freshman year of high school, and I went through a lot of changes, and I'm sure Warcries did because it was the exact same. A lot of IRL stuff. Probably the summer I've changed the most ever in my life, but we won't get into that because that's personal. Basically, a few months later, I was kind of different, and Warcries and I had actually made up for our differences. I remember August 1st, 2017 as a date where we just hung out all day and had like a lot of fun. And we even started this YouTube channel, Sarfnic Productions. Back then it was called Sarfcries for Sarfnic Warcries as like a duo channel. Now, all the videos that I recorded in between July and November 2017 were deleted. Bad judgment by me. So that includes a lot of the stuff. That includes all of Lork SMP, because this SMP was recorded along with most of GL SMP. So because of that, we don't have any actual footage. There was no world download from what I know. Pretty normal stuff, I suppose. I have a lot of photos, though, so you guys can take a look at that and see what this SMP was about. And I will be describing events. You're not really missing much. I mean, the series is kind of short. It was just some fun times on Minecraft SMP. So, explaining what Lork is. It was an SMP where we kind of had anarchy, but no hacking. You could grief, steal, anything you want, but no hacking. So you basically can make your own team or create your own teammates. They could betray you. You could go to war with other factions, whatever you want. So we started the world, and we spawned in a taiga right next to a plains biome, right next to a forest hill, and it was a village. So Warcries kind of claimed the village for himself. He teamed up with Krat, and I claimed a little hobbit hole for myself, and I teamed up with Supreme Lord Ender. You guys know him. He refused to interview, but he's a pretty cool guy, and we're still friends. I don't know why I refused to interview, but now I was planning to destroy Warcries, so I had to get someone from the inside. So I recruited Krat, and Krat agreed to help me inside Warcries, just transport information and stuff. So the SMB continued. I worked on my little hobbit hole base. This is where I lived. Here's a screenshot. Decent hobbit hole. Yay, yay, yay. And Warcries kept working on his little castle place. I don't have any screenshots of that, but I remember it. It was kind of like a castle place. And Krat had a house there. And Warcries and I were kind of friendly with each other, surprisingly. And one day I was in the call at Warcries, and he goes into Krat's base and sees a diary. Krat kept a diary, just probably for fun reasons, and also kind of for lore. And he read it and saw about the betraying stuff, but Krat didn't mention any connection with me. He just said, I'm going to betray Warcries. So Warcries literally comes up to me and says, hey, sorry, look what I found. And I keep quiet, like, oh yeah. And he's like, let's burn Krat's house down. And he just burns it down. And Krat still keeps this grudge but on me. And Warrior and I are so confused, like, what? But Warrior was the one who did it. Why is it me that you have it on? Like, I didn't want to expose myself. I wasn't going to say, oh yeah, I was actually in on it with Krat, because then Warcries would betray me. And since Warcries lost his only teammate, we decided to travel thousands of blocks in one direction. I believe it was south is where we headed. And we found a little desert to build a desert base. So I believe Lou had a base, and Warcries found it somewhere down the line. I'm not sure if it was before we moved bases or after. And we actually got Lou to join our team and travel over to the desert with us. It didn't take that long for him to go. But the fact that we went thousands of blocks out was kind of bogus for an SMP with wars. Krat actually headed to the northwest and built a new house there. I remember helping him with it. I felt bad, so I actually gave him some resources. But Krat still held that grudge. Now, our place was pretty amazing. It was like a desert right next to a mesa, and there was a jungle nearby. We found the Ender Dragon. We killed it. And we had Elytras soon. And we were working on our base. But we kind of got bored of it because, well, I got an invite on one of my YouTube comments. I believe it was a Lork SMP video, to a new SMP, GL SMP. Anyways, on to some interviews.
Okay, so lore.
Also, keep this interview fast because you've
Yeah.
been memed as slow man.
What to say about Lork? Lork was complete anarchy, pretty much, with the exception of like no hacking. I'm pretty sure we could use glitches, but not things like dupe glitches. Is this correct?
Nothing to give you an unfair advantage. So, Krat, what do you remember about Lork SMP?
Pain.
Lots of pain?
Yes, pain from you.
So Lork, it was cool at the time. It was entertaining, albeit that's because we weren't very adept at the game. If we were to propose something like Lork now, it wouldn't work because people would just be smart with where they hid their base. But at the time, it was good.
I mean, we didn't even care. That's how bad we were. Like, we built our base next to each other.
Either way, we built a massive sand tower. It would have been a cool base. It was built well.
Oh, that
I
was our
will say
meme base,
that.
yeah.
That was. You can thank me for that.
And there was actually no real conflict after that because we combined our teams, and the only other, like,
Yeah.
Blue joined us. Krat was the only other person who wasn't in our team.
It doesn't work now. And since we were
I mean,
kind of
I actually
retarded
plan
then,
on reprising it in a way that works. I have an idea how to make it work. But
I would be interested in hearing that after the interview. Either way, it was okay. It wasn't as good as a Harth SMP, for example, and it would have been cool for a more competitive. Although not if we got too competitive and actually started playing smart, then it would have been bad. I just found it rather boring. I did like.
remember the deal we made? How you
Yeah.
were a spy on Warcries?
The
for me
deal
and
to get
stuff?
rid of war out of the whole area, so then we had that to ourselves, and then you decided to stab me in the back.
Well, here's what actually happened. You kept it in a diary. You wrote about it, and Warcries broke into your house and
Because I
read it.
have bad memory, like damn, like I have a horrible memory. Like how am I supposed to remember?
Yeah, and then Warcries was like, "Hey, Sarfnic, want to burn Krat's base?" And I'm like, "Well, do I want to risk stuff with Warcries? No, I want to keep our relationship good. So by tactics, you had to go."
Hey, listen. You guys had like a fight like every month. Like you guys had like a very rocky relationship.
Oh yeah, but we had so much fun in that SMP. We had no arguments.
You guys fought like every month.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
you, like,
yeah.
hated each other at the end of that month, and next month, like halfway through, you're friends again.
Yeah, August 1st.
Like a week after.
Friends. Yeah, we had a rocky relationship. It was like a ping pong.
Yes, it was literally a ping pong.
What did you think about the Krat burning situation? Base
Krat?
burned down.
And didn't they revert the Surfer Supreme?
No, you're talking about
Okay.
Seasons SMP, which is something we
Yeah.
did in October that
Okay, yeah.
probably won't be discussed because it's not important. But
Correct.
this one, I own the realm, and basically what happened is, if you
Remember.
remember, Krat was planning to betray you. He was inciting you, and he wrote
Okay.
about it in his diary. You read the diary and said, "Hey, Sarfin, let's burn his base down." So that's what we did.
And then he got pissed about that. Bad on Krat.
He's
Krat
still
dumb.
pissed about it to this day.
Krat dumb, and he's only pissed at you for some reason. Like, he shouldn't be pissed at... For one, he shouldn't be pissed at only one person. If he's going to be pissed, he should be pissed at the both of us. But best option in this case, he should be pissed at no one. He planned on attacking us when he found out.
It's an SMP where that's allowed. I mean,
Yeah, it was literally his intention.
but you remember how we like helped you set up your new base because I felt
You
bad.
really didn't.
I mean, I donated.
I set up
resources.
myself alone.
And then
Like,
later on in the
like,
season, I found an island. And I said, "Hey, Krat, you want to move here?"
No, I didn't move there. I sat in my little nice fancy home.
It wasn't a great season. It wasn't a great SMP in and of itself. It wasn't actually hard.
I mean, it wasn't Hearth, but I still enjoyed it. It was like a fun.
It
new
could have
thing.
been cool if executed better. Or it was cool then. I think it wouldn't work now, as I've already mentioned. It would be cool if executed properly, but that's just at that point very similar to a faction server, and Harth Adventures already fills that gap and will fill that gap once again. So I don't really see a point in another season. It was cool while it lasted. It was rather boring, but whatever. It wasn't bad. It would be bad now.
Alright, thank you. Yeah, it was a fun SMP overall. Fun learning experience. I do plan on making another version of this, Lork Season 2, coming soon. If you guys have seen Third Light, that's a series that popped up recently on some YouTubers' channels. Check that out, because that's going to be a little clue of what this is going to be. Anyways, see you guys in tomorrow's episode. Friday's going to be a good one. GLSMP, Game Lounge SMP. It's going to be a pretty good one because, well, we get into some shenanigans.